We in the house. Once again. Once again, it's on. Once again, it's on. Got the general going in, baby. We're going in. Call Reverend Pork Chop. Call Deacon Donut. This man is insane. Call him. Reverend Pork Chop and Deacon Donut. Get them on up here. Go get Father Pedophile and Pope Pedophile. Get them all up here so we can put their ass through the ringer. That's right. This the General Sarah Sunsetti. I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. Next Sunday, October 13th, 2019, Creatures of the Caucus, the making of the white man, the lecture of all lectures. You understand? Going down. I want y'all to hit the link in the video description. Have your ass in the place. Guaranteed to be the science, dropping hard science. Shocking. Waking up the mind. Okay, and family, right now I'm giving you a preview of the Bible Decoded series, Volume 1, exclusive on Patreon. General Sarah Sunsetti. Go over there, become a patron today. I'm giving you 2 hard ones today. Wake you up. But after today, then we're going to switch. Because you got to go, because I'm going to get hard. See? I'm going to get harder. You know, and I'm going to be dealing with subjects that they just not going to accept on YouTube. Just not going to accept it. Letting family know I got a Vimeo, integration on my Patreon. And so, if you're not on Patreon, it's exclusive. It's exclusive. You will not see it. So for all my family out there to think that I was going to use YouTube behind the scenes on Patreon, you're wrong. Won't be using YouTube. So go on over there. That's exclusive for you. That's exclusive for you. So I can say the shit I need to say. You understand what I'm saying? To my family out there, KingSetti.com. Y'all see the little Bigfoot down there. We chasing his ass down. We're going to catch him on October 13th. We're going to shave him down. We're going to shave, and we're going to see who he is. I'm going to show you who Bigfoot is, because we're going to shave him down on October 13th. Going over to KingSetti.com, online marketplace, get your General Setti DVDs, got the 2019 editions, even got Human Trafficking Exposed about to go up there. A lot of the lectures that, too hard for YouTube is on there. Gone over there, get yourself together. Got jewelry on there. Check out that jewelry on KingSetti.com. Come get with me. God damn, baby, we tightening this shit up now today. This is part 2. We just went over, how Jesus proves that prayers, that God don't answer prayers. Go watch the goddamn video. See, it's a lot of mental, psychoanalytical warfare, strategies, and tactics encoded down in the Bible, in mythology. Let me get this up. Let me get my monitor up. And I'm going to show you all of the sicknesses that's in the Bible. Sick. The motherfucker talking about this the word of God. If it is, he's a sick God. He's a sick God. Let me get this up here. How we doing out there in the chat? Come one, come all. Go get Reverend Pork Chop done. Go get Deacon Donut. Go get Pastor Pedophile. Get them all up here so we can straighten their ass out today. I'm going to show you the military. You see, people think, but for the man who created it, in his sickness, he's encoded inside the mental, psychoanalytical warfare, traps, strategies and tactics, showing and keeping him on the straight and narrow of how to oppress and enslave you. And I'm going to show you how they justify all of their sicknesses. See, that's why God condoned, because the man who created God is God. And you will know who the man is because of the traits of God. You can see how God, you can see out in the world, the man who has the same traits, the same sicknesses. Because the man, he can't see past himself. So many of the same sicknesses that he have, his God got them. And then see, you don't understand that God is a muppet. You know how motherfucker ventriloquists? They be throwing their voice and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep asking the question, who is God? And I answer the question every time. God is the man that created God. Or woman that created God. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So when you see God never talk to nobody, it's always the middleman. You got to go in it's the clergy. You see, you talking about you talk to God, motherfucker gonna call the crazy people on your ass. You understand me? They're gonna call the crazy people on you. See, you got to go to the middleman. You understand? And get your prayers answered. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like the priest that's in the confessional. Ain't no God on the other side of the confessional. That's a man. So when you say God, you know what I'm saying? God is the ventriloquist dummy. And the man that created God is speaking for God. Ain't no God speaking. It's the man who created the book. Ain't no goddamn God creating no books. You see what I'm saying? God is a fictional character. It's a lifeless, inanimated Muppet. And that the man who creates the religion sticks his hand up in the Muppet and move his mouth, but it's the Muppet not talking. It's the man that created the fucking religion. Fool. No goddamn God talking. That's a man. And so in his weakness, he encodes within the book all of his sicknesses and shit. And then he gets to God, which is is really him speaking to validate everything that he doing. God said, I can go in here and commit pedophilia on all these children. God said, I can go on this land, even though I ain't indigenous to it, kill everybody, and claim the motherfucking land for my own. God said, I can enslave these people. You understand? So God always condone all of the sicknesses, all of the what's the word I'm looking for? But it'll come to me. You understand what I'm saying? Anything that man is trying to achieve, God will condone that and validate that. You see what I'm saying? And so, in essence, it's the man condoning his own sicknesses. You see what I'm saying? And so, I'm going to show you in the book where it justifies that the slaves is to hide the dirty laundry of their slave masters and will punish that slave. If that slave, speaks one word of his own master's sicknesses and sins to anyone else, he's the one in the wrong, not the slave master. You understand what I'm saying? Not the slave master. You understand? He's not in the wrong. The slave that speaks of the slave master's sicknesses is in the wrong. Thus, he intoxicates himself with the slave master's sickness. He can't make the change. He got to stay within the confines of slavery, accepting all the wrongs that's happening to him by this sick man and can't even come outside of it. He can't even speak against it. You see what I'm saying? Now, where am I getting this from? Motherfucker say, Seti, what is you talking about? I'm going to show you, nigga. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, we're going to deal with Noah. Oh, drunkard Noah. Supposed to be a man of God. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be a man of God. Now, I'm in Genesis. Another fake book, and I'll prove that on another time. We talking about old drunkard Noah. Now it's Genesis 9. Hear me out. Genesis 9, starting at verse 20. Let's go there. It says, and Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, okay? And he drank of the wine and was drunken. And he was uncovered in his tent. So he didn't start planting some grapes and shit. He didn't made him some wine, and he done got so fucked up till he done fell out. This motherfucker Woodrow, biblical Woodrow. He drinking and shit, you know, off of Red Fox. And so he's Woodrow, the biblical Woodrow. And Ham, the father of Canaan, and they always make that known. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brethren without. Now, you got to understand the parable in it. And I'm going to break it down so we ain't got to go to the end. The nakedness is the sins of his father. He's not just, he's showing his sickness to his family. He's not hiding his sicknesses. You see what I'm saying? So, they using parable here. You understand what I'm saying? So Ham, this motherfucker in the tent jacking off, doing all type of bestiality and shit like this. And so he's not even trying to hide it from his family. So to the point where Ham come in the tent and he see his father's nakedness. See? You got to understand, he ain't just talking about the flesh. His nakedness is his sins. The overt. It's overt. It's not covert. It's out in the open. Okay? And he says, and Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon their shoulders and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. I'm going to read that again because I'm going to show you who Shem and Japheth is. See, that's them coon niggas. You see what I'm saying? That's them coon niggas. You understand what I'm saying? That know he in there with the sickness. Huh? And, and because they went in backwards, that let you know that means they hiding the sins. They hiding the shit. Even though they know it's going on too, they would rather hide it. So I'm going to read it again so you understand this shit. Because there's a lot of sick shit in this book. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. You see? So we got to understand that, that the nakedness is the sin. This man supposed to be a man of God. How the fuck is you a man of God? And that's just like you going to the church. And motherfucker, you go into the confessional and you go in there and you don't see nobody. You say, Father, and you look over there and you see a motherfucker like, goddamn, that father down and open the door, the sliding door, and the motherfucker in there and fucked up, laid out in the confessional, naked. How the fuck is you a man of God and you in there naked, falling out, drunkard? How the fuck is you a drunkard, man? See, so you got to understand that that's allegory. That's parable. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to show you how they teach in parable because they slick. That's how Jesus taught. I'm going to go in there, but I'll get to that. Where they teach in parable, that means they always slick talking. You can talk in parable, but most time when you talk in parable, you try to avoid, speaking the truth out. You know what I'm saying? Just talking straightforward. You're not really, you might be in a room of niggas and they against you. So you talking parable. You know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to be the book of God. You know what I'm saying? You ain't in, you supposed to be talking to the righteous and shit. But he talks, so most of the book is in parable. And most time when you talking and you trying to hide. You understand what I'm saying? You trying to hide. You trying to avoid certain motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that the book is a book of parables. And Jesus say that. And he say that's the only way that he teach. So if you think you reading that shit straightforward, you're not. And I could go in there and get that for y'all. So you can quit just reading this and Jesus said, bitch, shut up. Can you read between the lines? Goddamn, the disciples would always, and the disciples asked him, say, damn, why do you always teach in parables? You know what I'm saying? And so they didn't even understand what the fuck he was saying. And so they had to wait till Jesus would send the multitudes away, and then they were asking, well, what did you mean by that? And so until he tells them, they don't know. So the question I get is, how do these most niggas out here that claim they Christians believe that they reading information straightforward? Nigga, you got to read between the lines. And so in this instance, even when you talking about the pedophiles in the Catholic Church, they know they doing wrong. They know they doing wrong. But see, you know what they do? They come in with the garments and their faces turn. They turn their face backwards to the sins. You see what I'm saying? And let me read. Let me keep going forward. And Noah awoke from his wine. He woke from his drunkenness and knew what his younger son had done to him. Now, I'm reading out of the Bible, the Torah, okay? Out of the Torah, which is the first 5 books of Moses. Now, if you go off into, but we need to know that so you know what it is. When you talk about the Jew, the white Jew, you understand what I'm saying? He got what you call the Talmud. Okay? Now, the Talmud, see, it's just like the Quran. They got the Quran, and then they got the Hadith. See, when motherfucker catch you up on some shit, and it ain't in the main text, you have to come up with a subordinate text. You understand? To clear that shit up. You see what I'm saying? So, the Hadith is subordinate text to help clean up some of the shit that they, motherfuckers saw through the lies and shit. And so you had to come behind that. You understand what? And clean it up. And so you got the Talmud where, they say while Moses was up on the mountain receiving the 10 Commandments and so forth, that 70 rabbis or 70 of the elders was at the bottom of the mountain, and they were being instructed by God also. So they say this is, while Moses got the written text, they got the oral instruction. And what came out of the oral instructions is what they call the Talmud. And so in the Talmud, it says what? That Ham raped Noah. Okay, but that just show you how even more sick the shit get. You see what I'm saying? When you think of, and this is shit supposed to be literature about God. And this shit is the most perverted, most corrupt shit that no man, no woman, no righteous man or woman would ever allow their children to read no shit like this. This shit is pornographic. The Bible, in many instances, is pornographic. You understand what I'm saying? In most of these books, pornographic. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, my baby can't look at no porno movies and this, that, and then give them this shit. And this shit is even the incest in the Bible. I'm going to deal with that. How many instances it was incest in the Bible by patriarchs. You see what I'm saying? These are the elect of God. Patriarchs, ancestral, homosexuals. You see what I'm saying? Got to call y'all motherfuckers on this. And so if we are fooled that this is the word of God, and you feel somehow that by correcting it, you understand what I'm saying? You going against God. You become an authority. And so that's like the genie in the lamp. They got you. See, the genie in the lamp, where the book is the lamp. And just like the genie, which is a spirit, is trapped in the lamp, your spirit is trapped in the book. You see what I'm saying? So it says, and Noah awoke from his wine, and he knew what his younger son had done to him. His son exposed him. You understand? He exposed him. You understand? And it says, and he said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, blessed be the Lord God of Shem. That's just Shem God. There ain't nobody else God. See what I'm saying? That's Shem's God. Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan will be his servants. Okay? God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. So we got to understand, number one, there's nowhere in the book, where it said that, but Ham is supposed to be the patriarch of the African tribes. You see what I'm saying? And so right there, the first patriarch, and we know this is a lie, but when you got a billion motherfuckers on the planet that follow this shit, you just saying it's a lie don't mean shit. The world is indoctrinated on this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? So you thinking that we denounce the shit. But we got to go to war at the same time. Because you got a billion and some odd motherfuckers that hold it to be the word of God. But in this instance, I'm showing you that by speaking on the sicknesses of the slave master, that's why when you look at many of the instances where his wife, you look up spousal abuse, when you look up child abuse, it's their father, it's their husband doing that shit. And you see what happens? You see that the father got his hands over his wife's mouth. Got his hands over his own child's mouth. Shut your ass up. It's not the fact that you beating them and doing all type of sick shit. You say, I see it on one of the little girl's mouth. If you say anything, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. But see, we don't understand, but that's how it is in this system. It ain't whether you right or wrong. In many instances, you right. But you can never be right enough to open up your motherfucking mouth on the man in power. See, that's what y'all don't understand. See, right and wrong ain't got shit to do with power. Bitch, if I'm in power, it's wrong to say anything, disrespectful to me at all. It's wrong. That's power. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm right. Bitch, shut up. Get your ass on over in that corner, and you stay your ass in that corner until you learn who the fuck I am. That's what you do. And that corner could be the dungeon or whatever. Might go ahead and set your ass on fire. You see what I'm saying? In this instance, Noah is wrong. He's wrong. He's a man of God. And just like the preachers and the priests stealing the community's money, you a man of God. You wrong, nigga. You ain't got no business with no jets, no motherfucking Maseratis and goddamn Lamborghinis. Wife got goddamn rings on every fucking finger, and the community that giving you their money, you understand what I'm saying? They got to go home and pray that they got enough money to pay their rent. But the church only take cash. And that's supposed to be the house of the Lord. Well, I say, goddammit, if it's the house of the Lord and that's the house of God, tell God to pay his own goddamn rent. That's the least he can fucking do. He don't do shit else. He don't do shit else. They don't go to the church and say, let us pray that we can pay these bills in the church. They pass the motherfucking plate, but then turn right back around and tell you the same shit that if you believe anything you pray for, God will give it to you. And then you wonder why your motherfucking furniture is sitting out there on the motherfucking curb. Nigga, you understand what I'm saying? You ever see the church fund? We only take cash. That's what they gonna say on the church. And you know how niggas used to think they was slick. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't got no money right now. I got to go to the ATM. They ain't falling for no shit like that. Oh, you got to go today? Oh, motherfucker, we got one in the church. They said the nigga TD Jakes got a goddamn ATM. If you go down any line, any aisle in his church, that bitch lead to an ATM. You know what I'm saying? So you can't come up, like you owe a nigga. Oh, dog, I ain't got it right now. I got to go to the ATM. Oh, motherfucker, I'm going with you. I'm going with you, nigga. Let's go on over here to this ATM. I got to go. No. We got him in the church, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So you pay for your rent. The church only take cash. And it's the house of God who created the universe, and he can't pay his own rent. What kind of shit is that? You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about when you show the nakedness of many of these motherfuckers supposed to be the man of God. And then you got these cool niggas who condone it. See? And because what? They got the degree. They the Freemason nigga. They in the fraternity, the sorority. They in one of his companies. And so though they know the nigga, they are willing to turn their face. You see what I'm saying? They gonna turn their face backwards and come in. And see, you know how you can get them up? I just put up a post on Instagram about the Bigfoot. Who's the race of Bigfoots? Just like we got the creatures of the Caucasus. And I got a nigga come on the post crying. Oh, Seti, you wrong. You wrong, Seti. You know what I'm saying? Don't even, and the nigga got up some conscience and Pharaoh black sun or some shit. You know, he got up there and to make you think he conscious. This nigga's an agent. You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody, even though you gonna present the facts, he'll come in and he'll make an excuse. He'll make it wrong for you to tell the truth. You understand? So that's the garment. That's the garment. And that's him turning his face backwards to hide the nakedness of his father, of his slave master. And I want to, and see, it's here. And so, in essence, and then curse the man. Curse his own son. But he didn't curse his son particularly. He cursed his grandson. And see, we don't understand this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get down to the logic of this. You know, because it's all in parable. But we don't understand that when he said, curse be Canaan, a servant, and really we saying slave, a slave of slaves, shall he be unto his brethren. Now, we listen to that, brethren. You know, this the man's grandson. You imagine a motherfucker saying this about his own He didn't chastise Ham. He didn't put the curse on Ham particularly. He put it on his grandson. And he said, blessed be the God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Now we got to understand, according to the book, Shem is the uncle of Canaan. Now they can go in there and make them different races, and we'll get down to that. But when you look at the logic, even if you try to read it straight, it just ain't gonna fly, because the question gonna become, nigga, what kind of motherfucker you to curse your grandson for some shit you did? And what kind of nigga is you to enslave your own nephew? See, we ain't listening. We ain't even doing the logic in it. Yo, what the fuck you gonna do with this book? This is a piece of shit-ass book. You know what I'm saying? What I look like, you know, and I would never fall out with none of my brothers, or none of them, for nothing. You know, we've done beautiful all our lives. Now, you know, little simple shit, but that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we maintain a most beautiful relationship. And my brother's children is just like my children. My children just like their children. What the fuck? It's almost like you enslaving your own babies, nigga. We don't understand that. You know, and I have, you know, beautiful, to be blessed with grandchildren, and you would enslave a baby ain't even born. You know what I'm saying? Baby ain't even born yet. You two grown motherfuckers done fell. And so you gonna curse a child that ain't even been born. See, but that's what I mean by going in there and, you know, aspiration. You know, that's the word, you know, that the God will justify your You want my land. You's a vagabond. You's a vagabond. You have no land. I'm tired of people saying that you the chosen race. If you was the chosen race, bitch, he would have gave it to you first. The fuck is you mean? Man, listen here. I buy these motherfuckers. They say they the chosen mean you giving the best fruits first. You don't have to come behind no motherfucker. You giving the best fruits first. That's chosen. Bitch, y'all ain't got no land. Why would you put, you know, a less than worthy people on a land that you call holy, and then set up a scenario where these motherfuckers got to come in, commit slaughter to take the land, when you could have just been a righteous God and gave it to them in the first fucking place, and eliminate the genocide and shit? You understand what I'm saying? Fuck God. That's why I got to put this shit on Patreon. Because they talking about us. That you could come in the land, commit genocide on us, take the land, because that's our land. You know what I'm saying? But see, the man who creates God speaks for God. You know what I'm saying? And his God will always validate all of his aspirations. So the reality is, to come behind the parable, they wanted the land. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't have no land. They wanted the land, and they knew that they was going to commit genocide, and they needed validation to the world on why they committed mass murder on them people, and they said God commanded us to do it. Who is the God? Where this motherfucker at? You see what I'm saying? We gotta get out of this. And so you see that this God justifies this man. Wait a minute, am I still here? Wait a minute, am I on the line? Let me see how I'm looking. How I'm looking out there, family. Still up? Give me some shouts out, family, in how we looking. Give me some shouts out. How I'm looking out there? I'm good? All right. Making sure. We about to bring it to the close. You see what I'm saying? So in essence, this is what I'm saying. And just like, you know, how the man got his wife, got his children, beating them, committing all these sick sins upon them. You see, and then, you know, restricting them from speaking out. This is what's happening. And they paying a lot of these niggas to hide the sicknesses of their father, the slave master. That's their father. That's their father, y'all. That's their father. You know? And see, when you do that, see, this is what I'm saying. You know, yes, it's a lot of sicknesses in our community, but where are they coming from? See, this is the making of the nigga. See, this is the making of all these motherfuckers now that then went crazy. Because you've been beat, they already out of their mind, coming up out of the cave. And the shit is continuing to the point that, you know, he done beat his children to the point, that's why you got Condones. They showing this is, again, I got a video coming soon. Mental, psychoanalytical warfare. War strategies and tactics in the Bible and mythology. Showing you how they doing. They letting you know. The motherfucking Condones eating his children. You see, now you see them how they just mass murder. See, that's what's happening. This is replicating itself. You know what I'm saying? And so, if you continue under this madness and the oppressor, the most volatile, the most the most wickedest man in the land is also the most powerful. You understand what I'm saying? You're in serious, serious trouble. And most niggas are going, because he in power. That's how you going to receive. You know what I'm saying? This is how you going to receive your benefits from him. So you going to hide his sicknesses. You going to, many times you going, because this ain't nothing new. That, you know, all this pedophilia, this shit been going on from day one. You can go back to Greece and Rome and see that. So do you think that they just all of a sudden knew that they've been messing with boys and shit and little girls, and this shit been going on for 2,000 years? Is that people in their culture, it's acceptable to a lot of people. It's acceptable to enough people where they couldn't outlaw it. You understand what I'm saying? Not when the kings and the elite is practicing it and they run the motherfucking military where they can send them and crack your motherfucking head for stepping out of line. So you will see that in the end that the majority of the niggas with the Freemasons, getting the benefit, whether they with the fraternity, the sororities, whether they've been branded with the degrees, You understand what I'm saying? Even and when we go and speak this, they act as if the conscious community is some wild out niggas just making shit up. So they'll come in and say, oh, these niggas right here, we the elite, but these niggas over here, they some, degenerates. Just to protect that man, even though it's just like a volcano erupting today. All of his, and when we say to lift up the garment, you understand what I'm saying? To lift up the garment and see what's up under here. You understand what I'm saying? What's going on? Now, like Colin said, it ain't that looking, nigga, it means to unveil the sicknesses. The garment is the garment that they put on him to hide his sickness. So we have to lift the garment up today and tell the truth. And when you don't do that, see, you intake, it's like quicksand. It pulls you under. And so this is why you see so many sicknesses amongst our people today. Because we have not lifted up the garment on this beast and shown the sicknesses. And we have, taken it in and we become sick. That's why separation in physicality, in spirit, in any spiritual context, in all context, there must be a separation between African people and this beast. And when I say the beast, that includes the other niggas that gonna put the garment on them. They the beast too. Shit. Ain't no motherfucking, yeah, you the beast too. That's your father. That's your father. And you do the will of your father. So that's one and the same. So when I say sicknesses, you quarantine the host culture, that's the caveman culture, and all those who have been infected. And so though I do understand that, this psychological, torture that has caused these sicknesses to come up, I can't condone what a nigga do. I can't condone if you hurting the family, this, that. Though I, understand the overall of why these niggas exist, they must be cleared from the community by all costs. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not taking the necessary, cleansing that must take place. Because I always said that we need a racial cleansing. We need a racial cleansing. We need a racial detox. We do need that. We need to detox and clean out. You understand? And cleanse out all this sick and quarantine the host culture and all those infected amongst our own people and other peoples. We got to do that. So family, that today is how the Bible condones the slave master's sins and sicknesses. You understand? And then on top of that, punish you for trying to bring some awareness to these sins and sicknesses. You will be punished. That's just like Malcolm X. That's just like Marcus Garvey. Any of those great leaders that come out and speak and make aware of the sicknesses and sins of the slave master, you see what happened. So that's the reality, family. That's the reality that we in. And this is one of the mental, psychoanalytical, warfare, traps that's in the book. That's in the book. That's in the book. And I'll show you many, 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 many more before it's all said and done. It's not the word of no goddamn God. This is the word of the caveman. And I'm tired of motherfucker talking about this is the black man's book. If it is the black man's book, he's a sick black man. Okay? Okay? If it is the black man's book, he's a sick bastard. And even he should be dealt the same, no different, than the goddamn beast. This is the General Sarasun Seti, Creatures from the Caucasus. 2, The Making of the White Man. October 13th, 2019. Power Pack. Don't run, nigga. We chasing you down. You see Bigfoot chasing your ass down, shave you down. I'm going to show your ass who he is. This is 2 previews today. The Bible Decoded series, Volume 1. General Cyrus Sunsetti Patreon. Go on my Patreon. Become a patron. Topics just 2. I could have went even harder. But because it's a rated R book. It's a rated X book in many instances. I will not be able to go in that deep on YouTube. So it's worth it. Go on over there and let me crack your head. Let me wake you up. Let me show you this shit. So you can run out there and destroy niggas. Destroy them. Destroy that. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Going over there. Got jewelry on their t-shirt, hoodies. About to get these scullies. Got all in 2019 edition General Cyrus Sunsetti lecture. All of the links is in the video description. This is the General Cyrus Sunsetti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.